Okay, welcome back. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, lovely group of people here joining us today. We'll still wait for a few more people to join in while we'll get started with it. This is a 1 hour session, but we would like to make it even more interesting than ever. So you all already know you have registered for it, but what is in it for you today is something that I would like to get started with. So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Trupti, and I've been with SkillUp for quite some time now. And I come with an overall years of experience of 18 plus. And I've been into learning and development. My major forte lies in emotional fitness coaching. And here I am today. So, feel free to go ahead and ask questions, unmute yourself. You can come on the screen. I would love to see you. I would love to interact with you, but nevertheless, you can also go ahead and type in a message or use the gestures or smileys to go ahead and share what are your thoughts. I would expect you guys to be highly interactive today in the sessions because all I can see is your initials. So it's okay. It's most welcome if anyone would like to go ahead and communicate with me, or else you can go ahead and communicate on the chat box itself. Okay? Give me a heads up, guys. All of you, are you with me? Fantastic. Thank you for your response. So today's session is designed a little interactive. I have kept it very practical because in today's world, we need a practical aspect of it. There are a lot of motivation, there are a lot of things that you scroll in social media. You might have a temporary feeling of self confidence, and again, you go back to your shell, right? It happens with me as well. It's not like I am perfect standing in front of you and telling you things today. But more than that, what are you practicing? Are you able to do it or not? It's something that we are going to talk about today. The first thing is the concept, where this comes from, right? And the second thing is that how we can conquer this, how we can go ahead and fix it, how we can bring back ourselves into this emotional stress of being perfect all the time. And then I'm also going to share a few tips with you which might work out for you if you go back and apply it in your real life, not only in your professional life, but also in your personal life. It would definitely help you. Okay. And it's not some magic wand that it will work out today. You go back and you apply it and see how it works for you. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Uh, I would go ahead and start with a question that I'm going to start with a poll. I would request Vinod sir to go ahead and share it on the chat box. You all can go ahead and start giving your votes for the question. Why is the session live since 43 minutes while we started less than? Oh, yeah. To answer your question, that is where we started. This is a 1 hour session, but then we want people to join in. So we give that 5 minutes buffer. But I'm here with you today. In case you want to ask me any questions, I will be there for you. Okay. Well, there is a poll that we have posted on the group. I would request you guys to go ahead and answer that. How often do you second guess yourself at work? I would request you guys to select the two options over there. Okay. Whoa, I see a lot of response. Okay. I'll give it some more time. Please submit your votes. 46 responses yet. We have 100 folks here. Come on, guys. Yes. Okay. Please don't worry. I'm not going to see who has answered what. I just want to know what is the audience thinking about. Lovely. 58 responses. Come on. Can we get some more, please? But I see 83% till date, you know, scoring that you constantly second guess yourself. I have done that myself, and coming from a full time career where I had even self doubted myself for sending an email. Now you have a AI, but imagine the generation that most of us come from. We used to like sit for hours looking at the email. Should I send this or not? Or should I, make some changes? Am I polite? What is the other person feeling like? So today, without further delay, I will get started and I will ensure that you walk away with at least a few practical strategies that you can immediately start working on. Okay. So with this, thank you all for the responses. The live poll is closed now. Lovely. As you can see, 66 out of 1, close to 75% have scored that you constantly are in self doubt. So I might not be here to rescue you 100%, but I will definitely do my best to give you a few practical strategies which I have applied in my life. It's from for sure. Let me share my screen and you'll get an idea what we are talking about. Okay, we already did the poll. Now, how many of you like to go for a roller coaster? Have you ever tried a roller coaster ride? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Is my screen visible, all of you? Thank you, Saurav. Thank you, guys, for your response. If you can see the roller coaster, I'm very scared of roller coaster, but that's what your monkey brains does to you, right? So if you have thoughts where you can say that, oh no, I can't go to a roller coaster, I have motion sickness, or what if I fall down, or what if the roller coaster breaks and I die, right? So you go ahead and predict the things which has not even happened. It's based on the past feelings. You may have come across that someone would have fallen down, or maybe you assume things. Now there is a big difference between assumption and reality, but it's something where your body doesn't feel safe, right? Your emotions and your body and your feelings tells you not to do it. You get anxious, you get stomach churning, butterflies, you are scared, you don't even go there. Even if you have put the mindset that, okay, I am definitely going to you go ahead with the roller coaster, but the ride is not going to be simple, right? Either you go ahead and leave the queue or you join the queue. Now when you are forcing yourself to go ahead and face your fear, you feel relieved. Okay, it's not that bad. But if it is bad, you go ahead and leave the queue, then you feel disappointed. For the rest of your life, you live with it that there's no fun in roller coaster, right? You have missed that opportunity to fix your brain, and by telling that this is not something that this is not my cup of tea, I would say. In the same way, this is just an example that I wanted to share with you guys. But today we are going to process a similar thing around being in the roller coaster ride of self doubt and having an imposter syndrome. So, this is something that we are going to unravel. Consecutively, we are also going to talk about the CBT in action. I'll tell you how the practical framework works. What are the driven, hidden drivers which is hiding behind and making you do it, right? And then comes your authentic confidence, not the fake ones. So there is a big difference between being professional and trying to be professional. So you would say, ma'am, in that case, Trupti, what if I am going to be a diplomatic person, or I am going to showcase something which I am not the authentic one? No, I have never said to do so. You don't have two faces, but being professional is being transparent and living yourself with that kind of ethics or the experiences that you have. But when it comes to not being professional, but trying to be professional by forcing yourself to do certain things, that is something which creates an imposter syndrome. Now, when you are having passing thought, okay, maybe I'm not ready right now. So there are a lot of people who don't take promotions because although we complain a lot that yes, we are ready for the promotion, but when time comes to have the leadership quality, we go ahead and self doubt ourselves. A lot of us, irrespective of whichever gender you are, we go ahead and self doubt. Okay, maybe people might think that I did not get the promotion because of my hard work or of my smart work. Maybe because I share a good bond with a lot of people and I got promoted. Maybe people are going to judge me about that. That's something which all of us face today, right? I've seen a lot of women and men having this kind of self doubt throughout in all the corporates. Even when we talk about not only promotion, but maybe a major feedback that is shared with you. How many of you take feedback? We all tend to defend ourselves at certain point of time. Let's be very real. And that's something which is very, very normal for you to feel. If you feel you're confident enough, your work speaks about you, you will definitely not go ahead and worry about what people are thinking about you, right? But still, we have this thought in our mind. Now, if that self doubt sits on your head for a very long time, what happens? It gets into a permanent, print like the tattoo that you do, the permanent ink. That's going to create an imposter thought in your head. It is very repetitive. You have the same pattern of thinking. You start judging yourself for everything. It can be as you look as well. You feel that, okay, there was a person who told me, I'll give you that example, that, ma'am, I don't feel good because I am not looking good. So public speaking is a very difficult area for me. So do you think communication comes from your power dressing? Yes, power dressing is definitely part of your highlight. It gives you the confidence. But what is stopping you from power dressing? No one is stopping you, right? So if you feel that you are better at something by doing something, then please do it. If you think that dressing well makes you the confident person, please do it. Now, this imposter thoughts that you get, maybe I'm not that good person, maybe I'm not doing great enough. That's why I did not get selected for something. So that should not sit in your head. And then it becomes your identity. If you see, the first is self doubt, then comes your thoughts about it. Then you yourself have the identity of an imposter where you yourself believe it. No matter how much your family, your friends, your colleagues tell you that you are not like that, you still believe that you are like that, right? So, this is how the first idea of why I'm telling you these things is that you need to understand, and maybe you have it in your mind, you're not giving it a thought. I want you guys to think about it deeply. What are the self doubt that you have in your life? Only then you will be able to fix it. If you don't know the problem, you will not be able to fix it. So, for example, if I get angry, then I should be able to know it first before you guys get to know, isn't it? Right? If I get angry and you are the person who gets to know it first, that means I am not a person who understands my functionality of brain. So you have to have that 5 minute breather to understand while taking the decision. So your decision making skills should be to the point where you keep and you are considerate, you are clear, you have your quality of thoughts in place, and then only you can get rid of this. Now, these are just something that I am telling you But if you have a notebook or a pen or paper, or if you are recording this in AI, please make sure that you remember this. You can also go back and create, two sections. I normally do this on a piece of paper. What is my inner critic telling me? What is my inner coach telling me? Now, if you guys have a pen and paper right now, you may do this, or you can keep this question for the later. One thing I would like you guys to focus on is your inner critic. What is a critic? Criticizing is not always negative. It can be anything. It can be a neutral subject that is called a critic. So, one self doubt that you hear in your mind, can you all type in the chat box? What is that one self doubt that you hear in your head? Can I get a few response, please? Let me look at the chat box here. Thank you. Please don't hesitate. This is a safe place. And I'm not going to judge you. So you can go ahead and write. Am I saying the right thing? Wonderful. I'm bad at articulation. No worries. Only three answers. Can rest of you also share? Does my way of work align with the way people want me to be working like leadership? Brilliant. Thank you for sharing this. Not a team player. Can I become a national leader in my organization? Yes, of course you can. Am I taking the right decision? Lovely. Eye contact. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. I got a lot of response from you, and let me tell you that it resonates with me. I need to become public speaking. Okay. Am I good enough to ask for promotion? Of course, Arpita, you are. Sometimes I feel like I do deserve the success. Am I going to correct? Yes. Thank you. These all things help me in understanding you guys better. So thank you for sharing everything on the chat box. Now, let me ask you to rephrase your thoughts. Okay. Now let's go to inner coaching. Can you rewrite as if you are speaking to your best friend instead of this? I am adding some more things to it. Let's say you want to first think what is stopping you. Let's say people who are feeling they are not good with communication, they're not good with public speaking, or doubting that should I ask for promotion or not? Am I a good leader? Right? Stage fear. Do you think there is a solution for all this? Give me a yes. People who have written this. Do you think there is a solution for it? Let's say, you know, I am fat. Let's say, for example, let me take this ruthless example. Let's say I am fat. Can I do something about it? Yes, of course I can. Right? Everything that you have mentioned here has a solution. But sometimes, we are not very consistent in doing few things. Of course, there is a solution for everything. Thank you, Shibra. And the way you look today, you can't change that. The way you practice your communication, you can change that. You see, the behavior part can be changed. But something which God has already created you, you can't change that. And all of you here, you are good with something or the other. You just need to know what is your niche. People who are struggling for promotions, you feel that if I'm a leader or not, look at the good leaders. Look at the good leaders, which I mean, don't look at the fake ones. If you're already a leader, you are looking for upskilling yourself to the next promotion, then you should better know what I should do. I tell my friends all the time, or my colleagues, the best way. you can become a leader is not to become one that you already see in front of you. So if someone is asking you that, what is it to become a leader? There's so many frameworks for leadership, right? People are teaching you all of that. But more than that, are you an authentic person? Now, authentic person doesn't mean that you go ahead and blabber, shout at people, and be very honest with, telling people on their face, being blunt. That's not what I'm saying. Where you are considerate, you are kind. At the same time, you are getting the numbers right. At the time, you are also progressing. You are working on your skills. You have your technical skills. What about the soft skills? The behavior part. Positive reflection every single day. Thank you, Soumya. Yes. So, people who have written here, imagine when you wrote this to me, I might not be your friend, but go back and write it down as if you are writing it to your friend. And always go ahead and keep up a positive attitude towards what you are struggling for. The time is very less in all our hands. Whatever we are going to do, especially the achievers, I am telling you guys, it is the right time for you guys to start. You don't lack anything as of now. It's the self belief, the criticism that you are giving yourself. Don't be those kind of, uncles and aunties who would be gossiping about people that they are not good enough. So be a person who don't take judgments from people. It is you who value yourself. If you're not good at something, you find a way to fix it. I am not good with my communication. I will find ways to fix that. I'm not confident when my manager asks about the reason for promotion. Okay, now let me ask you if you are comfortable. If you are not confident to answer that, I would let you think about this. Go home, write down 5 things why you need this promotion. Then write down 5 things, 5 skills, I would say, which you have where you deserve that promotion. You will get your answer. Okay? I hope you go ahead and think about it very sensibly. Okay? You will get your answer. What are the 5 things that you need to tell your TL or your manager why you need that promotion? Why are you not able to say it? The answer will come from that. And then what are the skills that you already have and for that is required for you to get a promotion? If you are ticking all the boxes, good enough. All you have to do is your convincing skills and your rapport. Okay. Now, rapport doesn't mean that you will go ahead and convince him that, okay, no, I deserve promotion and all that. Make your work speak. Okay. Be a confident person by telling that, these are the few things that I've learned about myself. And I'm going to go back and tell you that I deserve this promotion this year. This quarter, challenge yourself. If there is one skill that you think is left behind, work on it. Okay. So you guys understood that we are going to work as an inner coach, not as an inner critic. But in order to become an inner coach, you should first understand what are you lacking. If you are lacking, then fix it. If there is no lack, then you will have to rephrase your speaking to yourself. Okay. Now, how does this imposter syndrome comes from? Don't look at the screen and read it. I will tell you what it is. So when you are assuming something, what I know and what I think other knows, but the reality is very different. If you see, people assume that, okay, this person would be knowing Excel, advanced Excel. I will, not even go ahead and discuss, no, no, I am not very good applying the pivot tables or doing, applying some formulas, let's say. But the reality is that maybe I'm not confident with a few formulas. If you give me the training, or if there is someone to help me, like a mentor, for an hour, I will do it better. That you need to accept. Only then there won't be any gap between the assumption and the reality. So make sure there is not a huge gap between your assumption and your reality. The reality is something which people would look at. I'm not saying you go ahead and display whatever your weaknesses are, but you have to go ahead and get rid of the assumption, focus on the reality. Also, let me know if this sounds very familiar. You are pressurizing yourself to work harder, often leading to overworking. You feel that working hard is going to give you something. But do you think in today's date it's all smart work, guys? It's not hard work. But to achieve that smart work, you will have to first do the hard work. And then only you will have to find out shortcuts. Right? So it is just the way how something is fallen down and you are lazy enough to pick that up. How do humans created the concept of picking it from the leg and holding it in your hand? Just like that, you will have to find a smarter way of doing things. Now we are trying to also cover up our weaknesses, shortcomings. What if I fail? So we are trying to cover up. What happens is when you cover up and you hide it inside the rug, it will definitely show up later. You cannot hide it. Either you fix that, or you will end up paying for it later. Okay, looking for validation. People are in search of validation. Can you see if I have written this email correct? In today's date you have AI, you need not have to ask anyone, but just in case you would like to ask, because the culture of workplace is very different from each one of you, right? So considering everybody's role, it is okay if you have one person where you can always go to, the go to person. You can always seek for validation, but make sure next time you don't go often and ask them, am I doing it correct? There will not be anyone else who would be taking decision on behalf of you. Now, using the hard work to compensate, it's nothing but instead you feel that you are intelligent, so you should be doing the hard work. But now in the AI era, everybody wants this hard work to be simplified. Same as me. I want my hard work to be simplified, right? But not losing myself in place of that. So my confidence really focuses on the first, it's primary. There's no more secondary for that. Now, avoiding feedback and seldom asking for help is something that I can do myself. I can, do everything myself. No feedback. I am doing it better. Maybe that is a pattern that you are following. I have seen a lot of, boomers and millennials complaining about Gen Zs and Gen Alpha. But have you tried to work together? But this is also for the Gen Z as well. Have you tried to understand what the mindset is? In that case, your company, your functionality will be better, because the acceptance of that generational gap is also important. A feedback given to a Gen Z by a millennial would be very different, and a feedback given by a boomer to a millennial would be different, right? And everybody should follow that feedback is a gift. If feedback is not always bad, right? If it is always the truth, then you go ahead and apply it. If you feel that there is no truth to the feedback, you may go ahead and politely question the person, but be confident on that. So, that difficult questioning, the difficult probing, the difficult part of your conversation should be done. And this will answer your question where you think that asking for a promotion is difficult, or asking for a 5 rating in your company is difficult. Why? What the other person is giving you, that is different, but you should go ahead and always say that yes, I have done this. You should have supporting docs for that. You should have supporting information where you can go ahead and talk about it. Now if you feel that I don't have answers to back up why I need the promotion, then you should find reasons for that. If simply you are in a company and you feel that it is already 2 3 years I should get a promotion, that won't happen. I'm talking about the legit side of it. Now, what are the five types of syndrome at work? I would like to ask the people who have responded earlier and the others who have not responded in the past. I have already mentioned that these are the five imposter syndrome that you have. The perfectionist, where you feel that only when my PPT looks beautiful is only when I submit it. This is just an example I gave you. There are people who are perfectionist, and in case that is not perfect, they don't talk, they don't step up, they take all the pressure, but they don't say anything at all. They don't get started. The superhuman who feel that he or she will be able to excel everything in their role at once. The natural genius. So they will be doubting their worth if it is, you know, instant, it's easy peasy for them. Okay. The experts, they feel that, okay, if they don't know it at all, then it's going to be a problem. I have to be an expert in everything. So I have to be the subject matter expert. Soloist is something where they feel that, no, should I ask for it? No, I already got a job. Now, if I go ahead and ask them, they might, judge me for that. Now, I would like to know from each one of you, are you one of these? Let me see if I have any response on the chat. Are you one of these? Can I get a few response? Bit of all. Yes, hard to relate. Yes, yes. Thank you. Well, this would answer the questions that you have already written here. Thank you. Well, especially the soloists, they find that, okay, no, if I ask, then I'm going to be the dumbest of all. People are going to judge. People will judge you anyways.
Hello. Hi, Trupti.
I hope I'm audible. I'm so sorry. I just got disconnected. Hope I'm audible now. Give me a hands up if you are able to. Okay, thank you. Yes. So this is something which is important for you to identify. Out of those five types of imposter syndrome, which one are you? Okay. Now, it's more common and more costly than what people realized. It gives you a mental health impact. Now, what are the impact that you get mentally? Can any one of you write and tell me on the chat box? What are the kind of mental health troll that you get? I'll give you one. It is burnout. Yes, thank you. Abhijit, I'll share my PPT. I am just looking for some answers from you guys. What are the other mental health toll that you get? One is burnout. Brilliant. Thank you, Dorothy. Stress. Thank you, Rama. What about shame? A lot of us, carry the shame and guilt, never ending work, anxiety. Thank you. Disappointment, fail to manage time. Absolutely. Restlessness, depression, also that people don't talk about. Self doubt, obviously. Yes, lack of self confidence. But it's not just an exhaustive list, but the point is simply to show how much this can quietly pay you. So it is costing you guys, all of us. Whoever is having this realization that it's going to impact all of us, it is impacting. The no matter how much you try, if you are not getting rid of this, it is going to take a toll over your health as well. Because if it is health affecting you mentally, it will definitely help go ahead and impact you physically as well. If you see this CBT, which is a cognitive behavior therapy, a lot of people get into this framework where your thoughts results to feelings goes to your behavior. Remember the example which I gave you? I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Okay. Now, what are the thoughts that you get for the roller coaster? Imagine, what are the thoughts that you wrote on the chat box that I'm not good enough? People are judging me. I am not having this skill. I am not good with this. This is not there. These are the thoughts that are staying in your head. Now, it makes your entire body, including your brain, okay? Brain is also part of your body. Now, it is making you feel that, why am I feeling like this? If you skip this feeling part, you will never be able to identify your behavior because your feelings are generating behavior. We all know this, right? This is known as the CBT triangle. It is from the thoughts that you have, it gets into the feelings, and then the behavior. Let's say I reach office late every day. This is a thought. And there are a lot of other thoughts while I'm driving. Okay, I am reaching late. Then the manager will ask me question. I also have a proposal to submit. Then it will be lunchtime. By the time I wrap up my lunch, I will have another meeting. And then my day would be spent like that. Today I have to come back home. Today is my sister's birthday, let's say. There's so many thoughts, right? You are exhausted. And those feelings, the moment you sit, open your laptop at your workplace, or if you're working from home or anywhere, you start feeling anxious about it. Remember the symptoms that you wrote? Those are your feelings. That is exactly what your body is telling you to feel because of those thoughts. And once you address those feelings, your behavior is going to change. Because if I am reaching to my office, I open my laptop, I'll have a very cranky mindset. No matter how much I go ahead and uh, plan and plot and act, it's not going to work out because my feelings are inside my body. I'm not feeling good at this point. I'm not feeling good about the meeting. I'm not feeling because I'm not able to manage my time properly. I don't have a professional and a personal balance. Now that is giving out my behavior. I don't speak to people properly. I don't go ahead and complete my work within the deadlines. I do not go ahead and have time to focus on other skills that are important for my promotions. Right? Now, please take a minute. I will pause for a minute. You guys have to think, what are the thoughts? You already wrote about the thoughts, remember? The feelings. And that feelings are making you what you are today. That's why you wrote all those reasons on the chat box, that you don't feel confident about yourself. I'll give you some time to absorb this thought. Good. Are we good? Can I get a thumbs up, please? I hope it's not boring. Is the framework good? Good, bad, okay? I am still waiting for you guys. Also, I'm not able to view a lot of people here. But are you guys understanding? Okay. Now, while I told you this, there is something that will trigger this thought. Okay. So I have narrated it in a proper way, the framework. Trigger. You are asking, let's say someone is asking you to share a screen. You get anxious for that as well. You are like, oh, how to share the screen? How should I go ahead and do it so that, you know, is everything visible? Is one window visible or the entire window is visible? What if someone texts me and it's visible on my screen? Now this thought will make me anxious at this moment, right? And I will fumble. I will have a lot of things that I have prepared, and I will not be able to deliver that. And my reaction would be that I would be fumbling over, I would be not comfortable taking your questions. So that is how it is. You trigger the thought comes to your head, you start feeling about it, and that results in your reaction. Just the same way I showed you the triangle. This. You can always note it down, you can take a picture, keep it for yourself. I have kept this on my table always so that I get to know, and I get a little, emotional intelligence through this, that whatever I'm thinking right now, it shouldn't be a firm belief. Otherwise, it will stay in my head and I will behave like that. Okay. Now, we all come from different social conditioning where we will have a biased thinking, especially with regards to gender, or maybe with our past experience, our parents, or our friends, or the people who we see as mentors. So, someone will come and tell you about a few things, and then your decision changes. Happens to a lot of people. That is called biased thinking. Now, bias memory is something which you have those moments in your head already, right? Reinforcement is something which you reinforce or you break that pattern. So, if I have a short term belief system, like if I believe in something that this is bad, if I have to reinforce my brain to think that it is not bad, it is okay, it will need a positive reinforcement to your brain. Okay. Rumination is nothing but you ask yourself, right? Why me? Why it is always me? There are a lot of memes that we get to see these days, isn't it? Like, why me? Try me. So you should always go ahead and look forward to what life has to offer for you. So this cycle keeps on moving. This is not philosophy. This is something which you understand and it's easy to crack. So you want to fill this. Then I meet my targets, received positive feedback, and completed my project successfully. Now, this is the evidence against why I don't deserve the promotion. Will you be able to frame the evidence for deserving the promotion? Like I told you, make a list, 5 things This is also a similar one. Do you have the evidence with you? If yes, you have to fill in. Similarly, this is just an example I have taken. I don't deserve this promotion. Luckily, someone told about it in the chat box. So if you see, we both resonate our thoughts. So you can go ahead and have a different um, confidence issue over here. What is the evidence for and against? Writing is a new thinking, guys. You can go ahead and write what is against very easily. What is the evidence for it? Okay. Make sure you get your fact check in your brain first, and then you go ahead and write down everything. Okay, this is number one, okay, that you should practice and ask your brain. If you're not writing it also, you can go ahead and sit comfortably for some time and ask yourself. But I would suggest writing it down. Writing gives you a lot of clarity. I have tried it myself. So, this is one such CBT activity that has helped me to overcome my perfectionist mindset, where I used to always have problem getting started. I'm telling you honestly, this was a big problem, but I have fixed it. I have used a few frameworks from here, and it has worked out for me. So now I don't rely on people to give me a discretion that, okay, this email looks beautiful, you can send it. I do it myself. If it is bad, then it has to come back on me, and I am going to take accountability for that. If it needs an improvement, I will take the feedback. But if it is correct, everything is clear, then I'll get appreciation, or if not, I have done my part. Yes, this should be the mindset which will help you or save you from the low confidence. Okay, so we have already covered this where you want to be the nice person in your workplace, or you are always available. Yes, sir, G, or yes, ma'am, I am always there. Um, if someone asks you for a help, then you are like readily available. So we don't want to practice the golden retriever mindset over here, where you get you feel bad when there is no appreciation, or you feel good when there is an appreciation. You are always available, ready for the task. We are not encouraging that. But if you are genuinely a person who would like to help others, be that. But don't go ahead and put on a mask for that. If you are really a nice person, you are there for a professional setup. You earn that respect, you earn that bond with your colleagues, and wherever you are placed in whichever industry you are in, you are the expert, but you know how to help others to come up. So there is a difference between professionalism and pretending. So you will always say yes to everything, finding it no boundaries at all. You're ever smiling. Inside you would be dying, but outside you are ever smiling. You're trying to impress everyone. It all begins with respect, ownership, communication, and integrity. That's it. So you have to understand that if you are working in a company, or you're working somewhere, or have your own startup, or you do something with regards to your business, or you are a student, the belonging, acceptance, safety, recognition, and your significance plays a very important role here. Okay? Everyone would like to see you having the professionalism and not to wear a mask. It's very important. Number one, if you have any of those traits, you should know how to name it. First of all, if people of our age, or the Gen Zs or boomers, or whichever generation you may talk about, we don't know how to name our emotions. We don't know how to go ahead and tell what problem I have, because we only have good, bad. There's no gray area, good, bad. You should know how to name it, to tame it. Okay. Like I gave an example, if I am angry, I should know I am angry. If I'm disappointed, I should know I am disappointed. Don't mix anger and disappointment. If I am feeling sad about something, you should know what is the emotion going inside. And only then you will be able to tame it. Second, talk about it. Talk about it, which means don't talk to people around you at your workplace. It will be uh, a gossip. Make sure you have your safe space where you talk about it. So be vulnerable to people that you trust. Okay? Reframe your failure. So when you feel that you have failed in something, how often do you come back and crib and cry, or you just sit down and make a planner? Get a pen and a paper, reframe it. What are the things? Where did I go wrong? What are the things that I can do to make it better? So it's not in your head. Your head is already having a lot of things. Write it down. Drop all or nothing thinking, which means either you work, you think about it, or you don't do anything and just think about it and just get it done with it. So if I am having a messy thought in my brain, I will first get done with it and then I will start my work. Okay? Have a mindset that I am going to achieve it. Okay? Next is your celebrate the small stuff. Now, what are the small stuff? Small wins of your life, small habits, your micro habits. You maybe in a week you wake up like 2 3 days for your health, or maybe for meditation, or maybe to sit and think about your goals. Let's say you plan, you see how far you have come for that particular set goal. Then you can go ahead and document it. You can see it and you celebrate if it is good, right? Don't get into the pressure of just overachieving where you are not ready with the fundamentals. Okay? Challenge your inner critic. You are the only competition. There is no one else that you're competing against. You are working in a team. It is all, a different functionality that you see where people are, seeing you in terms of numbers. But more than that, what does your inner critic tell you? Is it the inner critic? Listen to it, but be a inner coach. Okay? Set realistic goals. So I'll tell you a funny incident. So my younger sister decided to stop using mobile phones post 7, because of the doom scrolling that is happening these days. Um, she decided, and the next few weeks she stopped it. And the reason you drop your goals is because it's a borrowed belief. You saw something on social media and you start comparing, or you start thinking that, okay, this is unrealistic, I will do it. No sugar for 21 days. Possible? People who already love sugar, can you just randomly leave it cold turkey? Not possible. Set realistic goals. Set small, tiny, micro habit goals that will help you to perform better. When you look back, you see those, tick marks that you have done in on most of the days. It is a win. So you can practice your self confidence as per that. If you feel you're not good with your communication and articulation, you go ahead and read books that it might sound funny for you, but you can pick up any book from your nursery, or any from your kids, nephew, niece, or anyone. The bedtime stories that you can read it loud, because your brain tells you that it is easy. And when you read it, you get that confidence, habit of reading. Now if I tell you that you should read, you get a storybook or a novel for it, it will be lying, it will just get dust. That's it. But you will never do it. So read those books, create videos. Don't post it on social media if you don't want, but make videos. See how you sound like, see how you look like. Okay? Fix your grammar. Public speaking cannot be done in a day. It needs a lot of effort. Stop comparing. Okay. Like I said, don't compare it with the people who you have seen around you. Your friends have a startup. You have to first see if the situation that you are in is, are you ready to have a startup? You find What are the things? Do your own research before you start jumping into one activity. Find a mentor or a coach. Mentor or a coach can be anyone, people who you can trust. Keep a wins folder, which means in your brain, you always go ahead and think, what have you done to achieve this? What are the new habits that you have learned this week? These are the 10 simple ways. You might feel that these are just the 10 boxes that I have written here, and it is just good to listen to. But it is really amazing when you start practicing it. And people who will practice, I know that you will have difficulty in the beginning, but you start it. Getting started is something that we all suffer with. So please get started. And I can challenge you, you will do better. Lastly, I would like to ask you to create a confidence portfolio. It's not a joke, it really works. 5 achievements that you are proud of. If you are at a phase of your life where you don't know what you should be doing in the coming few years, you can definitely go ahead and write 5 achievements, 5 compliments, 5 difficult situations you have overcome, and 5 or 3 strengths that you appreciate in you. It's written 5533. You can also have 555 each, but otherwise you can go by this. You can take a picture, you can keep it. This really, really works. Okay. Make sure you compliment yourself for the hard work that you have done. And I would also like to thank all of you here for joining the call and spending your time in listening to me. Now, I would like to hear from you. What are the reflection, or what would you self reflect yourself with? And what are the things that you would go back and do to overcome your self doubt? Can I get some answers, please? Let me go ahead and see you guys. Will write. Nitya, it really, really, if I'm telling your name correctly, it really helps. It has helped me, and trust me, writing works the best. I tried writing, yes. What else would you do? Few of you can please drop in a message. What are your key takeaways from today's session? And what did you like about us so that we can take it up? Thank you. Self assess. Lovely. But when it comes to real time application, it's a problem. Yes. And that's why you will have to pick up tiny habits. Only then it becomes easy for you because your brain tells you that, okay, it is a small task. Okay, I assume that it was a lovely afternoon. Small moves, brilliant. Thank you. Consistency. I appreciate all of your response. Any thing that you like about our session, or anything that you want us to improve, please drop it in the chat box. And if and your company requires to approach us for any of the future training programs, we would love to take it up, guys. Skill Up would always be there for you. Love the toolkit. Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy. I've been practicing tracking small wins. Thank you, Saurav. Same as well. I have been doing the same thing consistently. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. Like I said, please let Skill Up know if you require any further training programs from us. We will be happy to help you with more toolkits. Every time I see a change in thoughts, doubts, I shall reflect. Yes, CBT is a wonderful way of, especially the triangle. Don't forget it. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Tarun. Anybody else would like to share your feedback just for a minute, and we can wrap up the session today. Can I get some more feedback, please? I will go ahead to leave the session and leave you with the thought. Keep smiling. Thank you. Thank you, Vijit. Small wins are good. Yes, Mahalakshmi, thank you so much. Thank you, Saurav. Appreciate it. Thank you. I hope all of you do well in whatever you do, and we are looking forward to connect with you for more further trainings. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you, Anjum. Thank you, Rashid.